I was talking to a teenager some time ago that men and women who would become great became great because they led a life of being alone. She confused being alone with being lonely, and so she rebuffed and said, "No, sir, that can't be true. Being alone is a sign of depression and could lead to suicide." I laughed and I gently led her to understand that being alone is not being lonely. Unfortunately, the understanding of many of us about being alone is not far from the teenager's understanding. Yes, humans are made social beings and could consider it a curse or an uncanny anomaly to be alone all by themselves. But here is a fact that might pull up an eyebrow. Humans were made social beings, but we are created single individual beings. So even though we find company relating with others, we find singleness, individuality only in relating with ourselves, only in being alone. We are too much in a hurry to get out of our bed in the morning and crawl up our bed at night without a single moment of reflection, without a single moment of meditation. And it is in meditation, in aloneness, that our true life is hidden. In aloneness, we find the transformative strength that refines and defines our individuality. We could be in the crowd but lost in our personal identity, struggling with who we really are and what makes us different and unique from all others. This could make us at one point or another feel lost and lonely, even in the company of a crowd. This happens because our innermost being craves for self-identity, self-discovery, a thing that we could only tap into in a place of seclusion, being alone, all by ourselves. That teenager could be right that being alone could be a sign of sulking, depression, abnormality, or even suicide. But she was wrong when she thought that I was talking about being lonely. In loneliness, we find inferiority complex, brutalized self-esteem, lack of personal identity, weakness of personality, self-distrust, lack of purpose and vision, apprehensive perspectives about ourselves and the world we live in, denatured hope, and fogged visibility of our future. In loneliness, we render our personal potential impotent, and we go under in self-courage. We feel lost in the crowd and feel uncompetitive and incompetent in ourselves. In loneliness, we could gradually lose touch of ourselves and could think suicidal. But in aloneness, we find the direct opposite of what we could ever become. We find unbelievable treasures in that spot, in that place, in that room where we lock the world outside on us. I feel we need to discuss this because many of us are too much in a hurry to jump off our bed in the morning and crawl up our bed at night without a moment of self-reflection, without a moment of meditation. Meanwhile, it is in the spot, the room of meditation, that our true life is found. And we are living way below our potential because of this attitude. In my next video, I'm going to be unveiling the treasures that are locked up in that room of seclusion, that room of meditation. I'm going to be talking about the power of being alone, to share with you why we should be alone. I hope that you are watching out for that so we can learn together and we could transform our lives together. There's so much we are missing out in being in a hurry in life. Life is not about jumping out of bed in the morning, crawling up in the bed at night, but there is more to life that we can only access in being alone, in dwelling in the place of meditation.